Welcome to Dog Hugs, your podcast celebration sponsored by Equus USA Human Grade Natural Shampoos, Conditioners, Flea and Tick Sprays. 5 strands of affordable testing, your roadmap to better health. Loving pets, that's what we do. Doggy Wana, dog toys and treats crafted with naturally calming Wana nib. With your hosts, Larry and G-Dog. That's Geralynn Cada and me, Larry Kay. Today's guest, Dr. CHRISTINA MADISON, the public health pharmacist, shares her wow story of life on the front lines of the COVID pandemic while also being a mom. Plus, dog drink secrets, the agility tunnel. Big giveaway today, so stay and play.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Dog Hugs, the home for the best life for your pet right now. Your dog will love us. And I have a little orb on my face. See that?
I do. And light coming through that window. You got some bright sunshine where you are, Geralynn. What are you in the world
I'm coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Actually, Henderson, Nevada. And it's amazing here.
Yes.
I'm in lovely weather right now.
And by the way, this is Spider the Trick Dog, and I'm Larry Kay, and we're coming to you live from the Laundry Lounge in Los Angeles. We've got a great show for you today. Geralynn, I understand you know a lot about Yorkshire Terriers.
I do. I actually had one of those little cute guys in my hotel room the other night who belonged to a former lobbyist, and that cute little doggy. And I had a little come to training meeting.
You know, I wish I had that picture to put up in with that lobbyist.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm messing with you.
Hashtag don't tell my husband. No, no. This little, and his name is Lucky, and he's so cute that no wonder he's terrorizing their house. I completely understand. And I actually grew up with showing and training Yorkies from a very young age. I want to say, I don't know, 3 or 4 years old. So I understand them completely, and they have no chance with me.
Well, I got to show folks just this one photo that I think y'all will get a kick out of. Let me see if I can find it here.
Oh, yeah.
well played, Geralynn.
I told him to take a chill pill and he wouldn't. So bartender makes him up a martini, and he got the picture. So I got him comfy, and he understood that being on his back is not such a bad thing. He can actually take the look off and not be a terrier for a few minutes. So
we're going to have to feature this photo on a future pack party segment in the show. This is a great one for folks to caption with a meme. You folks probably already have some ideas. So yeah, today we're going to get up close and personal, as we already have.
Yes.
Let's get into today's big giveaway.
Absolutely. I want to see, who do we have in our chat that's already signed up?
Oh, well, that's great. You know, folks, to get in the giveaway today from Equus Shampoo. Oh, well, here, I'm not going to block you. I'm going to block you. Here we go. There we go. Coming in hot.
Yes.
With Equus.
Their grooming products, once again, as I've mentioned, they have your family, they have the environment in mind. And this company's been around for over 40 years. I love companies and they actually began with horse products. So they know their pet, they know pet hair, they understand pet skin, regardless if it's a horse or a dog or a cat. So I'm a big fan. If you have not typed into the chat that you'd like to be a part of this, then you're really missing out.
Exactly. All you have to do is type in the chat, yes, you know, Charlie, our other team member, is going to get you in today's giveaway.
Definitely. I'm excited about that.
We've got some more excitement before long. And as soon as I put that up, we'll have that as well. And
we're having too much fun.
We are having a lot of fun today, Geralynn. It's always a crack up being with you. All right, so it's time for Dog Trick Secrets, the Agility Tunnel. Oh, it's time for Dog Trick Secrets, the Agility
Ready?
Tunnel.
Spider, go! Attaboy, good job. Spider, go, tunnel. Attaboy. So this is very hard for a dog to go into darkness where he can't see and then come out the other way. So that takes some getting used to be able to do. We don't start with it all the way like this, bent this far. In fact, even in competition, it's not bent nearly this far. So we actually start with the tunnel all scrunched up. These are sandbags that keep the ends of the tunnel weighted down. You can use bungee cord and ropes if you're doing it on grass. You can stake it into the grass, and this keeps the tunnel from shifting around. I've got a bungee cord with sandbags right here. I'm going to keep that going. So you start with it all scrunched up. Okay, Spider. Very good. Good job. So now the dog can see. Go all the way through. It's really easy to see. You start with it even by luring. Very good. You can even drop treats inside of the tunnel to make it really easy so the dog gets really used to being inside the tunnel. It sees it as a fun place, not a scary, dark place at all. A place that's worth exploring. So I'm now reaching all the way through and luring Spider, giving the treat, bring it back and forth. You want to train this in both directions. I like to train them going in opposite directions, one side to the other. And then little by little, make the tunnel longer in a straight line. So you can still see from one end to the other. Very good, and luring. Now, once your dog has that going, and you've extended the tunnel out all the way, now it's time to start adding the bend. So you don't do it all at first, just a little bend. So you can still see to the other side. It's slightly obscure. That's better. I'm going to bend it a little bit more. Now it's starting to be obscured a little bit. And you can't quite see where to go. You may want to reach all the way in and lure. And you can even climb inside yourself to lure through. And then little by little, just adding more and more. That's right, Spider. You want to perch on top of the tunnel, buddy? Go! Some people like to drop treats inside the tunnel. Go get it. Attaboy. Now come all the way through. Good job, buddy. Oh, you lost the treat in there? No treat left behind. So then eventually, it's extended out to a 45-degree angle. I'm going to do it even more so that you can see what's going on here. Yeah, he's still looking for the treats. Attaboy. Come on, buddy. All the way around. Come. See you later, Spider. All right, well, when Spider finishes finding his treat, he will come out, and that's the tunnel.
Dog Hugs will be right back.
Your pet suffer from red, itchy skin or flea bites and nothing you've tried seems to help? Equus Microtech Shampoo and Spray are the finest and most cost-effective option available. Microtech Shampoo and Spray soothe on contact. Why go to the vet? Help your dog or cat with just one application at a fraction of the cost. Microtech stops scratching, biting, and licking instantly. Microtech smells great, and it's safe for use on puppies or kittens. Available online at eqyss.com. Microtech Shampoo and Spray. It's guaranteed.
One of the smallest terrier breeds, the Yorkshire Terrier, originated in the late 19th century as a companion to working-class people in England's Yorkshire region. They developed this intelligent, vivacious, goofy terrier that is still all the rage today. Yorkies require regular grooming and appear to float across the floor as they walk. Yet Yorkshire Terriers are hardy and rugged, confident, outgoing companions who will protect you forever.
Here's your bill. Please pay out front.
A visit to your vet shouldn't cost you an arm or a leg. With the testing kit from 5 Strands, keeping your best friends healthy has never been so affordable. 5 Strands Affordable Testing will help you build a roadmap to better health. Go to 5strands.com today.
Our pets mean so much to us. It's not surprising we consider them family members, whether they're a couch potato, a companion animal, a service animal, or even a search and rescue dog. Animals continue to play a very important role in so many people's lives across the country and across the world. It's also not surprising that we pet parents make more and more days to celebrate what our pets mean to us on a large scale. World Pet Day commemorates every single pet out there in the world as a special part of our lives, and the Feast of St. Francis offers a blessing to all pets from a saint who made pets his mission in life. Thank you, pets. We love you. Loving Pets Foundation's treats are an ideal reward when working to establish a schedule or when teaching new skills. They're small, soft, bite-sized treats. And all packages come with a free carabiner, which allows you to attach the package to your belt loop, or leash for easy access. At Loving Pets, we make solutions for better pets easier. Loving Pets, it's what we do. Doggy Wana, from the makers of Meow Wana. Dog toys and treats crafted with naturally calming doggy nip. Check us out on TikTok.
And now more dog hugs.
Welcome back, everybody. Larry, first of all, let's see who's in the chat because I'm really curious. I want to make certain we have some people signing up for this amazing giveaway as I watch out for the
Fantastic. That is a great idea. We've got all kinds of folks chiming in. We've got a hi from Haley. Hi there from Kimberly Smith in Phoenix.
Nice.
A hi from Pat. And some hearts from Haley. That's nice. And Pat is in the giveaway because she typed yes. Boo! Welcome. Haven't seen you in a long time, Boo.
Welcome back, Boo.
Welcome back. Boo was one of our very first giveaway winners last season. Yeah. And we've got a how cute from Pat. And Boo is going to enter the giveaway today. Fantastic.
You'll love
hi from Alexandrina. And Billy Lee says hi from Virginia. Pat could use those products. Pat, I'm wondering if that means on you as well as your pets.
I do.
I use this shampoo. It's really good.
Really good. I figured if it was good enough for a horse or a dog and I would feel their hair, it had to be great for mine too. So just love it.
And Alexandra is a yes. Pat says a hi to Charlie and a yes from Billy Lee. Tiffany is an awesome. Pat says cool tunnel and Kimberly's good job spider. Kimberly, who with her trick dog, Darlin, who's also a therapy dog, right?
Yes,
We
past
were
her stage.
surprised in Darling's beginning class. She ran through the tunnel right away. Wow, some dogs are naturals. Yeah. So
Was Spider a natural? Yes. Was Spider a natural through the tunnel?
No. Spider, you may recall when I first adopted, we met him on one of my film sets where I trained shelter dogs like movie dogs, and Spider was the dog you could barely touch.
Right.
So he had all kinds of triggers, and it took him a long time to get to this point, and a few treats.
Yes, but he got there.
So
nice,
big hi from Jane. Boo has an excuse. You've been working.
That's good.
Definitely a priority, Boo. Way to go. All right. So, yes. Type yes. Get in the giveaway. Geralynn, would you like to introduce Dr. Christina?
I would. It's an honor, actually, to, especially this is a really great show for empowering women, especially in the medical field, the pharmaceutical industry in reference to today. Dr. Madison is the founder and CEO of the Public Health Pharmacist. We will be sharing some of her information on during our interview. She is a business consultant. She is a leader. She's a mom. She's a former dog mom of a Yorkie who actually just passed away during the pandemic, and our heart goes out to her. She's an on-air expert. She's a healthcare media coordinator and contributor for different media outlets. She's an author. She's a speaker. She's an amazing human being. So Larry and I would love to share this. And she's also was a part of creating our vaccinations that we are utilizing today, part of them. So she's an amazing. Here we go. Spider. So, Dr. Christina, offer some or share some things that are going on in Las Vegas right now in some of the clinics that are helping people cope with not only vaccinations and COVID, but just the daily stress in general.
Yeah, obviously, I'm very much wanting to help vulnerable populations. That's my background and my history. I've worked in public health, and I've worked with, populations that are affected or infected with HIV for the past 15 years. And so one of the things that I've really prided myself on is the fact that we try to make the clinical setting and the healthcare setting as welcoming as possible for patients. And so one of the things that the family medicine practice that I currently work with does is that we have emotional support animals available for our patients. And I think it really does make a difference, especially when you already potentially feel uncomfortable being in the healthcare setting. And then you see this, beautiful, cute little snout, pointing out at you, snuggling up against your leg. And I just really do feel like it makes a difference, especially if people have experienced trauma or have had a negative experience within the healthcare system prior to coming to our clinic. And so I think when you really look at, trauma-informed care and really making sure that you're meeting people where they are and understanding what their trials and tribulations are before they come to you, makes it that much easier for them to have an open and honest conversation with you so that you can provide them with the best healthcare possible.
What I'm hearing is really diving in, Dr. Christina, on the front lines here, and really helping those folks who would be particularly vulnerable to be able to get really good care is your focus right now. And much of that is currently swept up with COVID.
Yes, COVID has turned over my whole world for the past 18 months.
Definitely.
I tell people all the time I was doing public health before public health was cool. But, ultimately, I think it's been really a blessing and a curse, right? Because it's been a blessing because we've now, we're paying more attention to the disparities within our healthcare system that were always there, but the pandemic just really shone more light on them.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's a bit of a curse because, you know, we know that people don't have the same access to care. And it's really that access to care that's it's making the difference between people living and dying. And in particular, at the beginning of this year, when we were offering the vaccination, we saw the digital divide and people not having access to online resources. A lot of the COVID clinics were doing electronic appointment systems that really hurt the elderly, especially when we were, you know, having most of the elderly and those in long-term care facilities vaccinated early on. And so again, my focus is really just trying to, you know, give a voice to the voiceless and be a messenger that people want to listen to. Because ultimately, a lot of what we're seeing now related to misinformation is because people don't know where to go and they don't know who to trust. And a lot of that is it's not just the message, but the messenger that is important when getting that information out to the public.
The messenger really does matter, right?
How do you know that you're having an impact?
Well, one of the ways that I feel like we've really made an impact is in particularly in the African American community here in Las Vegas. We were able to establish a static vaccination site at a location called Nevada Partners, which is in a predominantly African American community. One of our biggest clinics that we worked with was specifically at a community center, which was in our historic West Side, which again, traditionally services a more African-American population. And I'll tell you, you know, I had women and, you know, men in their 80s and their 90s and, you know, coming in with their grandchildren and their great grandchildren saying that they made their appointment for them and that they felt so happy when they saw me. They said they knew they were going to get the shot because they saw me and they knew that they could get vaccinated because they saw another person of color. Right. And I'll tell you, in the beginning, it was really hard because we knew that, you know, that communities of color, in particular the BIPOC community, so Black, Indigenous, you know, those in the Hispanic population, we knew that they were disproportionately being impacted by COVID-19 because of the fact that they were working jobs that put them at higher risk for contracting the virus. And we weren't seeing those people in the vaccine clinics. And so it really was a matter of not just getting the vaccine out, but making sure that it was equitably distributed to those in need. And so, you know, my goal and the goal of a lot of my, you know, community partners here in Las Vegas was really to make sure that when the vaccine was distributed, that as much as possible, we made sure that it got to the populations that needed it most.
So how did you get that message out to the population that you had it, especially the ones that were, I'll call it digitally challenged or what have you? Right. What was your strategy for spreading the word?
Well, going to community centers, so places where people were already gathering. So we went to a lot of like senior centers. We actually had the community, the library community, we would bus people in. So like we had people in one of our suburbs, which is like Boulder City / like Henderson area. We actually had a community center that had a lot of seniors that would go there during the day just to socialize. They went and picked them up from their senior housing and they brought them in. So they bussed them in. And it was so cute when we had them there waiting in the observation period for the 15 minutes. We had to like kindly ask them, you know, oh, is it okay? Like if we use the seats for someone else, because it was like the first time they'd socialized with anybody in over a year. And so we felt so bad because like they were having such a good time, but we needed the seats because we needed to be able to vaccinate more people and to allow them to have that observation period. So, you know, doing things like that, going into the heart of like the historic West Side, going to marginalized populations like the LGBTQ center that we have, AIDS advocacy agencies, addiction medicine clinics, and recovery centers. We did vaccinations there. So, you know, it really was about, you know, knowing who the vulnerable population was, getting the word out and having people in their communities and in their peer groups talking about the fact that they got vaccinated and what their why was. And I think that's really what it came down to, is that we needed to have additional peers advocating for the vaccination within those communities. And then obviously I do a lot of media within my own market here in Las Vegas. And so, a lot of times they'd be like, oh, you're the doctor from the TV. And I'm like, yes, I'm a clinical pharmacist. So, having that like relatability and knowing that they had seen me on TV. And so like, it's that goes back to that whole like, no trust factor. And so when they have that, they're much more likely to engage and much more likely to make an informed decision.
How has this impacted your own family? You have young children at home. They couldn't get vaccinated right away.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's a constant struggle. I mean, my kids were home for 18 months and then we just started the school year, just like everybody else. I have a 3.5-year-old and a 5-year-old. And it's scary, because even though they're wearing masks, I would feel more comfortable if they were able to be vaccinated. And so I was very happy when I saw that Pfizer release their data down to age 5. And so as soon as that gets cleared by the FDA and ACIP, I will be first in line to get my 5-year-old vaccinated. And then when it's eligible for down to 6 months of age, I will be first in line to get my 3.5-year-old vaccinated. So yeah, I mean, I'm not just a healthcare worker. I'm not just somebody who's advocating for the vaccine. I'm a mom. And, I worry about our kids. I worry about our ability to keep them safe. I worry about them feeling badly if they were to bring home a case of COVID and potentially, end up giving it to a grandparent or giving it to someone in their household that is immunocompromised or potentially has, a condition that puts them at high risk for having a hospitalization or, God forbid, a death associated with this infection.
I think that's such an important point to make. One thing I hope that, and someone asked me recently because you're a scientist, I know you're a pharmacist, et cetera. You're a scientist.
Yes.
And you trust
the science.
You trust the scientists. So I had a family member actually reach out to me and say, I don't trust the vaccine. And I said, well, I trust our scientists. So I have had a tetanus, flu, smallpox, I'm trying to think of how many other vaccinations I've had before, and I trusted our scientists then, and I trust them now, and I'm also a scientist. So I hope that people will hear today that you're trusting this with your children and trusting that helping their immune system in a way that we can save their life, just like many other people who are having their lives saved today by being vaccinated. Now, I'm not sitting here on a high horse saying, please get vaccinated. I'm just saying we can trust our scientists. I have been vaccinated. I know Larry has been vaccinated. You have been vaccinated. So I do feel like there is some merit to all that our scientists do on a regular basis to help make our world a better place.
Yeah, I think that's so funny that you said it that way, because I often hear people say, well, we don't know enough about this. Like it hasn't been tested enough, which just drives me crazy, because I'm like, this vaccine has been more scrutinized than any other biologic in history. Not to mention that we have a real-time surveillance program for adverse effects, which is the VSafe program. This is the first time in history that we've had a real-time surveillance system all around adverse effects around one specific vaccination. And so, the other part of this is that one of the myths that people talk about is that the vaccine was rushed, which is absolutely not true. The messenger RNA technology was already being used in cancer research. This is, decades of research that we were able to benefit from. And then you also had the global and the political will on top of the fact that you had financing, right? And so now you're actually seeing the benefits of that in things like HIV research. So there's actually now a messenger RNA vaccine specifically at preventing HIV that is going to be starting human trials, which probably never would have happened if it hadn't been for the global effort to get this vaccine to market to save people's lives.
Right. And I was years old when I got the smallpox vaccination, which was years ago. So, I mean, so much development, so much research, so many aha moments have have we've encountered since then to be able to trust some of this. But my most important question today is, I know that you have had lovely pets in your life and you lost one of your lovely pets in 2019. So how did you cope without a dog during COVID? Because so many people were able to cope with a dog, but you happened to unfortunately lose your pet right before
She
the
she
pandemic
passed
happened.
away in December of 2019, so right before Christmas. This is my Isabella Dior Madison. Oh my gosh, I had her. She was almost 15 when she passed away. Both my kids got to know her. She was the sweetest thing. Unfortunately, she had some liver disease, and small dogs, they typically live between 12 to 15 years. So I definitely think she had a good long life. She was a purse pooch. I took her everywhere with me. She was the most amazing dog. And it was hard. And I will tell you, as somebody who was a pet lover, one of the things that really helped was the fact that we have those service animals in my clinic. And so I do feel like, even though I don't necessarily have my own pet, I do still have pets in my life. And I do have a lot of friends that have pets. And so I still have that, that comfort. But it was really particularly hard, especially during the shutdown, because I feel like I really could have used some of that snuggle time and some of that comfort. But hopefully we'll be able to get another pet when my kids are old enough to be able to help take care of the pet and to have that kind of responsibility.
Dog Hugs will be right back. Want your dog featured on Dog Hugs? It's simple.
Post in the Facebook chat a video of your not-so-talented dog lying on the couch.
Or a video of your super talented dog doing a trick.
Post a funny photo of your dog.
Or a video of your dog graduating from dog training school.
Post a birthday picture.
Some artwork of your pet.
Or anything else you have you'd love to share.
At Dog Hugs, we're here to celebrate and share your dogs. And now back to Dog Hugs.
Dr. Christina, is there a particular shelter you have in mind in Las Vegas that you would love to give a shout out today on our show?
Oh my. The Nevada SPA here is fantastic. We've got, there's so many different charities that we have that, deal with, with donations. Actually, even interestingly enough, one of the film studios here that I used to produce some videos, they actually had some kittens that they were adopting. So talk about like being able to like find places where you can find that comfort. But I would say the Nevada SPA is just fantastic, and we have obviously no-kill shelters here. And definitely are very much supporters of adoption. We're not big on the puppy mills here, and so we've changed a lot of our laws in order to make sure that pets are finding homes. And we saw a lot of people adopting during the pandemic. And unfortunately, we've seen people even choosing to have jobs that they work from home because they felt like they didn't want to upset their new pet, because they didn't want to leave the house and have them be alone. So, I do think that there are many changes that have occurred during COVID that hopefully will stay in effect.
Beautiful.
And Dr. Christina, Dog Hugs is all about gratitude and blessing. Is there somebody in your life or in the world who you'd love to give a personal shout out to?
Oh, I would say my husband. So my husband, Matthew, has been my rock throughout this pandemic. He stayed home full time with our children, which I know is a much more difficult job than I have. And so it's definitely something that I would say He's our rock for our whole family, and I just love and appreciate him so much. He's been such a supporter of all of my crazy ideas that I've had during COVID, and he's definitely been super supportive of my wantingness to be in the media and in the public eye and doing things like your wonderful podcast, and really trying to help with my business and featuring my business and getting my name and my brand out there. So I couldn't wish for a better partner and a better parent to raise my children with.
Beautiful.
Dr. Christina Madison, thank you so much for being with us today on Dog Hugs. And thank you for making a difference in the world.
Thank you.
Didn't you love that big hug? Welcome back, everybody. Yes, Dog Hugs is wrapped in gratitude. We are super grateful for you. But Larry, today it's your turn. What's on your gratitude plate today?
Ooh, yeah. Off of my long list of gratitude, I'm going with this group of men that I meet with every Wednesday night. And during this pandemic, we formed our bubble so that we can meet together in person. In fact, we're even planning a weekend get-together with all of us coming up soon. Really looking forward. And these are guys, we share the challenges that each of us are facing in our lives and try to become better men through that. Yeah.
Love it. Love. So, hey, Larry, you want to give some stuff away?
I would love to give some stuff away. So, Charlie, how many people we've got in today's giveaway contest? Here we go. 5. All right. So away we go, Spider. We're going to put.
I absolutely love my Equus products for my own pets. Oh, yes. There's no laundry. I love my Equus products for my pets. What's
laundry doing in the wheel of rabbit? All right.
All right.
Go. And okay. Pick a winner, Spider. Here we go. Yes, number 2 is today's winner. And number 2 is going to go to.
We're about to find out.
Pat.
It's Pat. Congratulations, Pat.
Brewer. Did I say your name right? Pat Brewer. Congratulations, Pat. So nice. Charlie's going to connect with you and make sure we get the details. And I know you won. Yeah.
Fantastic. You're a winner, Spider.
Yeah. By the way, Geralynn, so congratulations to Pat and everybody who participated. And I noticed that some of you folks still need to connect with Charlie about those gifts. It's happening. Gifts are on their way. We promise.
They're on their way.
So Pat gives Jane gives a congratulations to Pat, and Pat gives a big yay. TY, thank you.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. It's our pleasure. Absolutely our pleasure to have you on our show, so that you join us every day or for all of our shows. Please watch our old shows and definitely join us for our new shows next week. You're going to love what we have in store for you. Ooh. And, we really are becoming the home, the home for the best life for your pet or your dog. And we love you.
We're grateful
for you.